All right, guys. Next order of business. We heard Harrison Barnes. We haven't seen Wemby. Doesn't look like Wemby's going to speak tonight. But Mitch Johnson, you guys might have heard of him, right? He's a pretty decent coach. He has something to say. Guys without a rhythm? Yeah, for sure.
Minnesota's defense in the fourth quarter, and especially defending that final play.
Yeah, they're elite. I felt them in the second quarter the most with the 12 points. Um, they did a good job. They're physical. They're big. They're athletic. They have good individual defenders. They're connected as a team. And I was happy with our response to the second quarter in the first half. But they are a great defensive team.
Fully expect the Spurs to come into the third quarter and play hard. That's one thing we can say about this season and not last season. Last season, I was it was like clockwork. I knew exactly when we were going to lay an egg, right? Like effort's not going to necessarily, well, the effort will always be there, but we're going to make some really bad mistakes. We're not going to be consistent. It's going to be so many miscommunications. But this season, I have not felt that. Every single game, I felt that it was going to be a dogfight. I did not expect any game for the Spurs to get blown out in. Not even this one. Even in the second quarter, when Timberwolves were controlling the entire pace of the game, I did not expect the Spurs to get blown out. And that is huge. That is a big step in the right direction. Even though I'm not a believer in the playoffs, I don't believe the Spurs make the playoffs like some Spurs fans think. I do think that I don't think that this season is meaningless, right? I think if they can get to 44 wins, playoffs or not, this was a successful season, all things considered during a rebuild stage.
This is the end of a long road trip for you guys. I made the longest one of the year so far. What did you guys take from that, even though the wins weren't plentiful?
I think we felt what road NBA basketball looks like against good teams. And I think there is some takeaways that we should feel really good about and some takeaways that'll give us much to do to get back to work when we get home.
And then,
Guys, how many home games do we have coming up? Looking this up. Kind of weird being on my laptop and doing all this.
lengthen the rotation a little tonight, maybe play some of those bigs again. Is that due to Minnesota's size, or was the thought process there?
Yeah, matchups.
We only have the Clippers, and then we have the Nuggets, and that's in Denver, and then we're back at home, then we're back on the road, 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 then we're back home. Spurs better get it together on away games. I heard Sean Elliott say something that was really smart. He was like, as long as you're 500 on the road, um, you're looking like a pretty good team because you should win most of yours at home. So you're looking at close to 50 wins if you do it that way. I think that's a possibility, but I say we get 44. My boy is a diehard Knicks fan and keeps swearing the Spurs will make the playoffs. If we were in the conference, we probably could. Oh, if we were, oh yeah, if we were in East, yeah, we're in the playoffs.
We have multiple guys that aren't playing or aren't playing as many minutes that we want to play more minutes. At some point, it's just a numbers game, and it's hard. And sometimes you make calls or decisions, and you don't know if you're right or wrong until the results tell you, and that still doesn't mean you're right or wrong, but it's tough.
When you have a guy like Zach who hadn't played in quite a long time, does it take a while just to get
Man, we were getting killed so bad in that paint. Of course, they're gonna try to bring Zach Collins in.
the game back?
I think so. I think it's when you have good people that want to do well, not just for themselves, but for the teammate next to them and those guys in the locker room. Sometimes that can work against you as a human just because you want it so bad. You almost override your instincts.
Wimby is far from a finished product, which is okay. He's far from a finished product, which is actually insane. I mean, he just won a silver medal in the Olympics, and he's nowhere near far off than what he's going to be. I'm excited for Jokic versus Wimby. That's going to be fun.
It is. last one for me. What kind of luxury is it to have a guy like Harrison Barnes, who a lot of nights can just fit in, but every so often can
Harrison
pop
Barnes question. We all know he's great.
off and get you 20,
Please don't be the
25
last
points.
question.
He was excellent from the get-go. He was probably one of the few guys that I think matched their physicality and grit from the start. And it goes.
That's what I said. That was my critique on I think I tweeted that out. I was like we need a little bit more nasty from Wemby right now. I mean the team as a whole, but I was like, man, he is not punching them in the mouth right now. They're just kind of doing whatever they want. Man.
Goes to show you, I think we've finished with different lineups almost every game, it feels like. And that, again, goes to good problem to have, but hard decisions to make.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. I feel like Coach been doing a pretty good job. Just a tough loss. But I don't know. I guess I just won't be that upset that we lost to the freaking Timberwolves, one of the best defensive teams in the league. I think it showed that the last 12 games, they're second in the NBA on defense. I don't know. Man, you didn't say that. I didn't say Wemby needs to bring nasty. Are you trolling? Hold on. I think I'm logged into Twitter on here. Just kidding. Oh, okay. I'll show it anyway. Wait, I could have sworn I said that. That's me complaining about his 3-point attempts. Oh yeah, I said it right here. Game played horrible, but I do think we need Wemby to find a way to be impactful. Best player on the court and our leader. We are almost completely leaning on the vets right now. I think we'll see more nasty in the third. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I think we've all calmed down a little bit from this loss. I think we feel a little bit better, right? Everything's gonna be okay. We go against the Nuggets, or not the Nuggets. We get the Clippers next. Should be a good one. Hopefully, we can come away with a dub. But I believe in this team. We'll be all right. We'll take care of business.